In this video, I'm going to be breaking down our favored account structure for e-commerce brands. My name is George, CEO and founder here at ClickSpring, and I'm super excited to be bringing you guys this video and also this channel. This is our first video. We're kicking things off with this account structure, which you will see before you in just a second, and I'm super excited. Now, why are we making these videos? We want to make these videos because we want to make scaling simple for all the e-commerce brands and other businesses that deserve it, and we believe Google and YouTube ads is the best platform to grow your business on by far. Okay, we're very biased in that respect. Okay, so without further ado, let me dive into the account structure that we highly recommend you utilize. Now, we call this click scaling. This is our click scaling strategy, and I'll break down exactly why we call it that in just a second. But you can see here we cover the entire funnel, right? So this is the advantage of Google Ads. Because you have Google and YouTube in the same ads manager, you can really attack the whole funnel. With Facebook and TikTok, very much focused on top of funnel. I mean, yes, you can do remarketing on Facebook, of course you can. However, with Google and YouTube, you really get the top of funnel awareness. You get the nurturing through the middle of funnel with shopping, performance max, and search. And then you get the remarketing and the branded search and retention and real bottom of funnel value as well. Okay, so this is why we love Google Ads. Now, jumping in here, we're going to look at the top of funnel to begin with. Now, YouTube Shorts is number one. Now, if you have followed me over on Twitter, I do talk about YouTube Shorts ads constantly, and they are, in my opinion, one of the most underutilized digital marketing secrets out there right now. Why do I say this? Well, Facebook ads was completely slept on in 2012. TikTok ads was slept on in 2022. I believe that YouTube Shorts ads are currently being slept on in 2023. And in both of the previous two cases, huge gains in markets have been built from those marketing channels. I believe YouTube Shorts is next. Why? Because currently there is no other platform that can, have the strength of targeting that YouTube has, by looking at things like in-market segments, search history, all of the creepy things that Google has access to, combined with obviously the visual brevity and engagement of short form content, right? So TikTok, in layman's terms, TikTok, yes, you can obviously use short form, and Facebook, yes, you can as well. But Google, the ability to really get precise with your targeting is next to none, because Google has been around for many years now, over 20 years, and so the amount of targeting ability that it has is far greater than even Facebook in my opinion, but definitely more than TikTok. So you should be leveraging YouTube Shorts. Now, a few things on YouTube Shorts. Firstly, they have to be under 60 seconds long. Okay, and in order to run YouTube Shorts, you need to upload your creative to YouTube and then grab the URL and then add it into your campaign. And I'll probably do a breakdown video on exactly how we set up YouTube Shorts in the future on this channel. But they've got to be under 60 seconds long. They've got to capture attention fast. I mean, this is short form content. You're competing with funny dog videos and like epic fails and all this kind of stuff. So you really need to capture attention quickly. And also, you must make sure that you only select mobile devices. Now, when you're building out your campaign, and again, I really should do a tutorial on this soon. There are tutorials on my Twitter account if you are interested. You'll have the option to target devices, and basically at the moment you can't actually run dedicated YouTube Shorts campaigns. However, you can deselect everything else other than mobile devices to pretty much, almost 90% make sure that you will show up on the YouTube Shorts network. Okay, so that's exactly how we do that. And then as well, you want to actually just reuse your TikTok and Facebook content, right? There's no reason you shouldn't. This is it's kind of similar to reusing Google Ads on Bing. There's no reason that you shouldn't, and there's no reason that you shouldn't just utilize your TikTok content and Facebook content on YouTube Shorts. In fact, you're probably going to see a much higher ROAS. Why? Because there's lower CPMs, there's lower CPCs, because there's lower competition, right? And all of these things mean higher ROAS. Okay, now admittedly, you may find it slightly more difficult to scale aggressively on YouTube Shorts than you would on Facebook, because there is less inventory there. Although, I mean, there's there's plenty of inventory on YouTube, but keep in mind that these factors here will contribute to a higher ROAS. So we really recommend that you run YouTube Shorts, and we do so, as you can see here, for all of our clients to hit the top of funnel. Fantastic top of funnel campaigns. Now, what this is going to do is generate awareness that moves prospects down the funnel to sort of the middle of funnel, which is here really. Okay, and so when prospects have seen, or customers have seen your YouTube Shorts ads, they're going to be interested in your products. Say you're selling some cool jeans or something like that. Now they're going to go and search up your jeans. Like, couple days, couple weeks down the line, they might go ahead and search up your jeans, your brand, your, specific products. And then we're going to capture that search intent with, core campaigns. All right. And I mean, everyone should be running, these campaigns, whether or not they want to run a kind of a structure like this. You've got your shopping ads, you've got your Performance Max ads, and you've got your search ads. Now, I have hundreds of videos to make on this channel about all of these campaign types, which is very, very juicy. But for now, we do recommend running all three of these at the same time. And when I say search, I mean non-branded search. Okay, so we're going after cold keywords, for example, jeans, skinny jeans, ripped jeans, whatever the hell jeans you sell, cold keywords that customers would search if they are looking to buy your products, right? They don't know your brand, they just know about your products, okay? Performance Max. Absolutely, we are big fans of Performance Max here. Now, I know there are other agencies out there, perhaps Solutions 8 is one of them, they're not great, massive fans of Performance Max. Reason being is because Performance Max does go towards brand quite a lot. However, we find actually for most clients that the positives do outweigh the negatives. Yes, you are going to be moving and actually targeting quite a lot of your branded traffic. However, there is always going to be a fair amount of cold traffic in that campaign. And also, it depends what you're optimizing for. If you don't mind a higher returning customer rate, then there's a lot to gain from Performance Max. However, if you are really just going for new customer acquisition, totally understand that. Performance Max might not be your best bet. You can exclude brand from Performance Max now, actually inside of the settings, so you could do that. However, you may just want to run shopping ads on, TROAS, for example, which is a smart bidding strategy. Okay, I know if you're not, if you don't speak the language of Google Ads, I'm probably going a little bit fast for you here. Stick around on this channel, give me a subscribe. I promise I'm going to break down all of these fun things in just a moment, in a few days, in a few weeks, in a few months, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can use them to make more money. Okay. Regardless, you should run shopping ads even if you're running Performance Max. Now, some people might say, oh, well, aren't these going to compete? Performance Max serves on shopping. You're also running shopping ads. Yes, but also no, because Performance Max, they don't actually compete. What Performance Max will do is just outrank the shopping ads. So instead of the shopping ads being entered into the auction, which is how Google Ads works, it's a big bidding auction, Performance Max will just be entered in. So your shopping ads actually won't get in, and they'll kind of just, phase out a little bit. And that is what will happen. Performance Max will cannibalize those shopping campaigns. However, it's still worth running your shopping campaigns because you kind of attack the kind of blind spots that Performance Max might have. And also, you just kind of encourage Performance Max to spend more on the shopping network. And also, if you're launching a new Performance Max campaign, it's fantastic to have because shopping campaigns will get going like that. However, Performance Max has a bit of a kind of well, it's got a quite big learning phase, actually. I think it's something around 6 weeks, which is actually from Google. So in the meantime, you should definitely be running shopping ads. And we do quite like the catch-all shopping model. Now, this isn't something we run for every single client, but we do quite like having a catch-all shopping campaign where essentially we have kind of maybe the best sellers in PMax. And then, as we see certain products do worse, we might drop them down to the shopping campaign. As we see, certain products perform in the shopping campaign, we might move them up to Performance Max and vice versa. So that is a structure that we will employ for maybe some smaller accounts where multiple Performance Max campaigns doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's the middle of funnel. Now, as you can see here, ideally, this would be the cheapest option. People just see our YouTube shorts and convert right then and there. However, they may convert after they see a shopping ad, a Performance Max ad, or a search ad. They go and click, they land on the website, they convert. However, what's likely going to happen is they kind of get somewhere in this process and they bounce. Either they bounce straight away from the website, which is obviously going to be most common, or they add something to the cart and then they're like, oh, I've got to go check on my dog, or I left the oven on, whatever the hell people think. They abandon their cart, right? Okay, they abandon their cart, and you're stuck with 0 purchases, and you're very sad about this. But what you can do is remarket to these people, and 99%, I kid you not, 99% of brands forget about this. We've audited hundreds of accounts, okay, hundreds of Google Ads accounts in the last year and a half, and one of our biggest observations is that barely any brands run remarketing campaigns. Everyone talks about Facebook retargeting, no one talks about Google retargeting, and it's just as good in our opinion. So what can you do to actually run remarketing campaigns? Well, what you can do is you can go to a good friend, Google Analytics. You might have heard of it before. And you can create audiences. So you can create audiences for website visitors. You can create audiences for product viewers, right? Item viewers. You can create audiences for abandoned carts, for example. You can create audiences for previous purchases, okay? And you can create these audiences across multiple different time frames, 90 days, 180 days, whatever else, right? Whatever is important to you. And then you can target these audiences with remarketing ads, okay? And you can basically kind of capture, a bit more of this revenue here and actually just send it back to the website, as you can see here, and get some more conversions, which is exactly what we want. Okay. Now, in terms of what campaigns should you run, this is an interesting debate at the moment. We used to run a lot of discovery remarketing campaigns. We really liked that. Why? Because they had product feeds in them. Okay, and we really like product feeds because it's nice and visual. And what we mean by product feeds is in your ads you can actually include pictures of your product with the price, which when clicked on go directly to the product. Right? Not all campaign types offer that, but Discovery did. However, we've got demand gen now, which I'll make a video on in the next week or so, which is, phasing out Discovery, right? So it's replacing Discovery. Discovery is no more. So what we really like to do is use YouTube for remarketing, because it can have those product feeds in it, okay? So we like YouTube, and, there's also search, there's also obviously display, they're okay, but we like YouTube, okay? I recommend you run YouTube remarketing if you have the creative, of course. If you don't, then you're going to have to do display, search, shopping, whatever else, okay? Maybe you want to try a combination of all of these things. And then, of course, at the bottom of the funnel, we have branded search. Now, you might also want to run branded shopping. If you've excluded your brand name from Performance Max, which I mentioned earlier, if you're really going after new customer acquisition, then you might want to try branded shopping, because if you exclude your brand name from Performance Max, when someone searches up your brand name, you won't be showing up in the shopping ads. And we want to show up in the shopping ads. We want to take up as much real estate as possible to get as many clicks and then as many conversions as we can. So yeah, you might want to do that. However, for most accounts, they're okay having their brand name in Performance Max, so we're going to run branded search here. And of course, branded search is important. Many brand owners might say, oh, well, if they're going to, search my brand up and buy anyway, why should I pay for that, right? Well, it's not necessarily the case that they're going to buy anyway, okay? They might have searched up your brand name and then a competitor's ad got in the way, because competitors are probably going to be bidding on your brand name. They're probably doing that right now, and you don't even know it. Or maybe they just didn't see your organic ranking. Maybe your SEO is just kind of sucks. Or maybe, they got distracted, whatever else. We want to take up as much, as I mentioned earlier, as much real estate on that search engine listing page as possible. So if we can show up 2 times, ideally in an ideal world, we'd show up 10 times, right? We'd be every single result, but of course we can't do that. So if we can show up, 2 times with our organic ranking and our ad, then we're going to collect more clicks and we're going to collect more conversions, okay? So it's really important. And you also gather a load of data as well, and it just helps the whole account, okay? So that is pretty much the entire mechanism. I know I've scribbled like a bit of a madman here. Hopefully you found some value from it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned a few things about account structure. Now, of course, there's going to be variety here. You might say, okay, well, how many Performance Max campaigns do I run? How many search campaigns do I run? It all depends on your budget and your size and your products as well. So, for example, if you have 10 products, well, you don't need 10 Performance Max campaigns. You're probably just going to need 1, all right? I mean, sure, if you're spending, but then of course, if you're spending 10K a day, well, then you've got enough budget to distribute across different campaigns. Budget, I'd say, is the number one dictator of account structure, because if you have 10K per day to spend and you're able to scale into that kind of a spend, then it makes sense to distribute that budget over to separate campaigns. However, if you don't, if you're like most people and you only really want to spend $100, $200, $500 a day, then keep things simple. 1 Performance Max campaign, 1 shopping campaign, 1 search campaign, 1 YouTube Shorts campaign, 1 remarketing campaign, and 1 branded search campaign. You can do one of all these campaigns and have 6 campaigns in your account, and you can do very, very, very well. And I mean, you don't even need 6 campaigns. If you're just starting out, you can really get away with a simple account structure. However, if you want to make the most money, we recommend this. Thank you very much for watching. My name is George. If you are interested in getting help with your Google and YouTube ads, there's a link in the description. I don't care if you click it, you absolutely don't have to. If you do click it, there is a sales pitch. I am subtly pitching you something here. This is what we do. We help e-commerce brands scale up with Google and YouTube ads. So if you are interested, go ahead and click that link in the description. If not, thank you very much for watching this video. Go and follow me on Twitter to see more of this stuff. I post this stuff all the time on my Twitter and my LinkedIn. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.